close your eyes for a moment, I want you to try to imagine a time before time itself. A state where there was no yesterday and no today. There were no stars at the sky, no galaxies spinning in the vastness, not even the very concept of space as we know it. There was only nothingness, a deep, formless, chaotic abyss plunged into an absolute and suffocating darkness. The book of Genesis describes this as a state where the earth was without form and void. But in the midst of this terrifying cosmic silence, something was present, a consciousness, a force of incalculable power. The Spirit of God was moving over the face of these primordial waters, hovering like a promise that this emptiness would not last forever. The most spectacular event in all of existence was about to unfold. And then the silence of eternity was broken by the voice of the Creator. It was not a whisper. It was a command that echoed through every dimension of reality. Let there be light. And in that very instant, light was... Look at this. This was not the rising of a timid sun. It was an explosion of divine glory, a beam of pure, unbridled power tearing through the fabric of primordial darkness. This light, piercing the cosmos, was the first act of defining the universe. God saw that the light was good, and with the precision of a cosmic artist, he separated the light from the darkness, calling the light day and the darkness night. It was the end of absolute chaos. It was the first day. The universe had just opened its eyes, and the energy of that initial moment still vibrates in every atom of existence today. We move forward into the great week of creation. The firmament had already been established, separating the waters above from the waters below. But the world was still a global ocean. Then the voice of God thundered again over the waters. Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear. Imagine the scene. Giant tectonic plates moving in a violently orchestrated dance. Entire continents emerging from the depths of the ocean, water pouring off newborn mountains, forming the seas and revealing the earth. And God called the dry land earth. But it was still brown, rocky, and barren. The Creator was not satisfied with just form. He wanted life. And he commanded the earth to bring forth. In the blink of an eye, the inert soil was covered by a vibrant green carpet. Fruit trees sprouted from the ground already laden with fruit. Flowers of every color bloomed in seconds, and lush grass covered the hills. A world prepared, a botanical paradise waiting to be inhabited, bathed in the light of the sun that now ruled the day. The stage was set, but it was silent. The world was a magnificent theater without actors. On the fifth day, God turned his attention to the vast blue oceans and the expanse of the heavens. He commanded, "Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven." And the world exploded into movement. Suddenly, the oceans, which were previously just water, began to boil with activity. Great whales emerged from the depths. Schools of colorful fish began to cross the coral reefs, and dolphins leaped in the crystal-clear waters, celebrating the joy of existence. Simultaneously, the sky was filled with an aerial ballet. Sovereign eagles soared on thermal currents, and thousands of birds of all species filled the air with their songs, breaking the silence of the newly created world. It was a symphony of life. Every creature, from the smallest sardine to the greatest albatross, moving in perfect harmony with the divine plan. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply." The world now pulsed with the rhythm of life. And then we reached the sixth day, the climax of the entire work. God had already created the animals of the earth, the cattle, and the beasts of the field. But something was missing. Someone was needed to rule, someone to appreciate, someone with whom the Creator himself could relate. And God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." Unlike everything he made before just with a word, here God became personally involved. He formed man from the dust of the ground, sculpting the masterpiece of his creation, and breathed into his nostrils a breath of life. Man became a living soul, and to house his most precious creation, God planted a garden in Eden. Look at this image. This is the representation of absolute peace. Man and woman, placed in the center of perfection, surrounded by exuberant nature where the lion walks beside the lamb without any trace of violence. It was a place of perfect communion, where the presence of God walked among them in the cool of the day. Everything God had made was very good. Creation was complete, and on the seventh day he rested, contemplating the majesty of his work. This is the story of our origins, a reminder that we are not a cosmic accident, but the result of an intentional and loving design. If this journey through the dawn of creation touched your heart and strengthened your faith, don't keep it to yourself. Please share this video with someone who needs to be reminded of God's power and love today. Click the like button to help this message reach more people around the world. And if you want to see more deep dives into the Word of God and the wonders of His creation, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. Thank you for watching, and may the Creator of the heavens and the earth bless your life abundantly.